فيك يا خير خلق الله ما نفدا وما توقف يوما ما ولا بردا.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, my name is Nورة الرشيدي. I've been asked by Mulham to participate in their 10-minute live show that they've been doing since the beginning of Ramadan, which is to talk about a sunnah that you've practiced and how it has affected your life. Before we begin, I'm just gonna say, for those of you who are wondering why am I talking in English, أنا أقدر أتكلم عربي ما عندي أي مشكلة، لكن ملهم طلبوا مني إني أتكلم باللغة الإنجليزية. Mulham Project have specifically asked me to talk in English, and it's, I think, for the reason to attract those viewers who prefer to listen to an English speaker rather than an Arabic speaker. So let's get right into it. When I first got the call to participate in this, I told them, what is the question? What is the topic going to be about? And they told me it's to talk about a sunnah that you've practiced and how it has affected your life. And as soon as they said that, all the sunnahs that I've ever done in my entire life just went right out of my head. My mind was completely blank. I couldn't think of a single sunnah. So I told them, just give me like a day. I need to think about this, and then I'll get back to you. And so I went back and I started to think about what sunnahs have I done. There are sunnahs that you know that you're doing, and there are sunnahs that you don't know that they're actually sunnahs. And once I went into that direction, I remembered the specific sunnah that I used to do, or I still do actually. And I honestly think if I did not do that sunnah, the Nura here today would be 180 degrees different than the Nura that is here now. So I'm gonna say the hadith. عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليقل خيرا أو ليصمت. The meaning of this is speak a good word or remain silent. And I remember the statement ليقل أحدكم خيرا أو ليصمت has always been said throughout my entire childhood by my dad. My dad would always tell us ليقل أحدكم خيرا أو ليصمت. For example, if I want to go and talk to him about my brother who was annoying me, or a friend that made me mad, or a teacher that gave me a bad grade, he would let me vent. It was fine. But once I wanted to talk bad about their character, he would stop me and be like, no, Nura, either you have something nice to say or you say nothing at all. And I couldn't talk about basically anyone at home. So once I got to school, I was a middle schooler. I threw everything that my dad said out the window, and I did whatever I wanted to do. I went and talked about my friends that I wanted to talk about, teachers that I wanted to talk about, anyone who I wanted to gossip basically about, I would do. With time, during my end of years of middle school, through the gossip and having a group of friends talking about certain people or certain girls in class, I did not like the effect it had on other people. So for example, if I was talking with a group of friends, I've noticed that one, it made the person that we were talking about feel so lonely. It would cause them low self-esteem, and I did not like having that negative effect on that person. Another thing that I did not like that affected me through gossiping was when you gossip about someone, you always have it in the back of your head that someone else is gossiping about you just because you gossiped about them. So for example, you see a group of girls, guys gossip as well, but I'm just gonna talk about a group of girls. They're just talking and they turn and look at you, and then they turn back and continue their conversation. You automatically think, oh, they're talking about me. They're not talking about you. But you've gotten so used to the fact that you talk bad about people, you think that everyone's going to be talking bad about you. So I did not like the situation that I was in, and then I remembered what my dad said, and I remembered the hadith. And I thought there had to be a reason for the Prophet to have said this hadith, to have said this statement. So I started to isolate myself from situations in which there are gossips. So for example, if there was a group of my friends who were gossiping about a certain girl, I wouldn't go up to them and say, oh, stop what you're doing something wrong, and I wouldn't be all preachy. I would just get up, go away, let them finish what they wanted to talk about, and then I'd come back when they've changed the topic. And with time, my friend noticed that, and it was so extreme to the point where if I was walking up to them, they'd be like, Nora, stop, don't come any further. إحنا قاعد نحش basically, and you don't want to hear this, so move away. To other people, that may sound rude, like, Nora, they don't want to sit with you. But to me, I was like, thank you. يعطيكم ألف عافية. أنا مو ناقصة أيام بعد سيئات. I'm really good, and I didn't mind moving away. When I started to isolate myself and not talk bad about people and try my best, I'm not saying that I'm perfect and I never gossip. You sometimes can't help it. You want to vent and you just start talking bad about a person. But sometimes when you do that, you go into that never-ending cycle. So when I stopped myself, I realized that there are so many other things that I can be enjoying. When you go into that never-ending cycle, you don't really enjoy your life. You're just thinking about what this person might do so you can talk bad about them. You focus your entire life on this person. And when I started to isolate myself, I found that I was so much more calm. I was so much more happy. I had higher self-esteem. And I've started to notice things in my friends. Like the friend that was in front of me, she wasn't just a person who had good gossip. She was actually a kind person. She was smart. She was creative. She had hobbies that I did not know about. And that's what I've been trying to do. Like a couple of solutions that I've been trying to put in my life is if I wanted to vent about someone, or if my friend wanted to talk about someone, I'd let them vent. Go right ahead. I don't mind. You need to vent. You need to release that stress. But make sure to never tell me the name. Just keep the name to yourself. You're the only person that knows who you're talking about. And make sure to never let me know who that is either. For example, if that person is walking in front of me, don't give me a nudge and be like, Nora, that's the girl that I was talking about. Don't let me know who she is. And another thing that I've been trying to do, so for example, like I said, I sometimes go into gossiping. You can't help it. But alhamdulillah that I'm alert to know that I started gossiping, and once I'm alerted that, oh, I've started this conversation, I step back. I'd be like, okay, stop. أسأل الله يهديها ويهدينا. Let's change the topic. There's no need for this. So with that, I've truly realized that you have a sense of calmness within you, and Allah subhanahu يعني يجمعكم. He surrounds you with good people that takes you away from shifting back into this never-ending cycle and actually focus on yourself and the positivities in yourself, and you're surrounded with good, genuine people because of that. And you never worry whether people are talking bad about you, because you've trained your tongue to not talk bad about a person, so you know that they'd be too embarrassed to talk about you. You know what I mean? If someone is so good, you'd be too embarrassed to talk about them because they've never harmed someone, so why would you harm them? And that is all I have for you today. This hadith has, as I said, has truly changed my life. If I didn't walk in that pathway, I think I'd not be this person that I am today. I wouldn't be as calm. I wouldn't be as happy. I wouldn't have this self-esteem that I have right now. And that is all I have for you guys. I hope I didn't take that much time. ونشوفكم على خير إن شاء الله.